you've written the perfect pitch. Trouble is, you've got no idea who to actually send. Most small businesses default to the generic inbox, info at this or hello at that, and that email goes straight into a queue nobody's checking urgently. If you want an actual response, you need an actual person's name and a direct address. There's a few ways I've used to get there using digital tools. First, Rocket Reach. You search a person's name and company, and it pulls together whatever it can find publicly: an email address, sometimes a phone number, and a link to their social profiles. The free plan gives you 5 lookups a month, enough to test it out before deciding if it's worth paying for. It's not flawless though. Independent tests put real-world email accuracy somewhere between 75% and 85%, strongest in North America and Western Europe. Second, LinkedIn. Before you even open up a tool like Rocket Reach, search the company and filter by job title. You don't need a paid Sales Navigator account for this. The free search does the job for confirming who's actually in the role you want to reach out to. When you find the right person, instead of just sending a random request with no context, write a personalized note in the message. If you're going after a big name, chances are that their inbox is flooded with similar requests. Make yours stand out. Make yours stand out. Sometimes you might have to play the long game to get your shot. Third, guessing the pattern yourself, which costs nothing and works more often than people expect. Look for any email address that the company has already made public on their website footer, a press release, an old job ad, then copy the structure. If their marketing manager is firstname.lastname@company.com, your target probably follows the exact same format. Whichever way you land on an address, run it through a free email verification tool before you build a pitch around it. Here's an example of an entrepreneur who pitched on Shark Tank, talking about how she got her viral product into a huge chain brand here in Australia and in the US.
We have secured major partnerships with retailers, including Priceline Australia, where we became their 3rd most successful product within a week of launch.
Wow.
Next month, we're launching into CVS, the largest pharmaceutical chain in the USA.
Wow.
Tell me about the retail stores that you've been able to get into. That's really impressive.
Very exciting. So Priceline, we launched the 23rd of December, 2023, so it was around Christmas time. CVS, we are about to launch into 10,000 stores.
How did you get into CVS?
I guessed her email address. Same with Priceline, same with Woolworths.
Do you know how hard it is to get into CVS? It's brutally competitive.
It is brutal.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This would usually take months, even years, to get a meeting. But she spent a bit of time experimenting to find the right person. Sometimes there's no email to find at all. The person is just out of reach, no contact page, no obvious way in. That's when it stops being about tools and starts being about getting creative enough that they notice you anyway. Here's a few creative examples I've seen. Aussie swimwear brand Triangle is a great example. Founder Erin Deering wanted Kendall Jenner wearing their swimwear, but had no way of reaching her directly and no budget for an agency. So instead of chasing Kendall, she gifted swimwear to a handful of Kendall's friends, including 2 unknown models at the time, Bella Hadid and Hailey Bieber, and she waited. A few weeks later, Kendall emailed Erin herself asking where she could get one. Sometimes the way in isn't the front door. It's the people standing next to it. Thank you, the Australian social enterprise did something bigger when Coles and Woolworths kept turning them down after 5 years of trying. They built public pressure through a social media campaign, then found 2 helicopter pilots who believed in their mission and put massive banners on the back of their helicopter over both companies' head offices on the morning of their meetings, thanking each retailer in advance for saying yes. Within hours of those meetings, both supermarkets agreed to stock the range. Then there's people like that lady who wanted a job at Nike's startup incubator that wasn't even hiring. She had her resume printed on a cake and had it delivered in someone's hands during Nike's biggest internal event of the year. Nike never hired her, but the story went viral, recruiters from other companies came calling, and she landed a role soon after. That's the real lesson. Even if the creative play doesn't seal the deal on the spot, you're on the radar. And the next time that person or business needs exactly what you provide, you're the one they remember. Get creative and you'll find the person you're looking for. If you don't try, the answer will always be a no.